he was one of the best of us. We were a pretty solid group, but he was amazing.
Price describes Daybell as a gentle giant and someone with a deep sense of spirituality that people were drawn to.
Chad Guy Daybell was born in Provo, Utah in 1968. Chad came from a long line of LDS residents in Provo, Utah. He was very proud of his long-standing LDS roots in the community. In 1990, he received his Bachelor of Arts in Journalism at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. In 1987, Chad completed a Mormon LDS mission in Morristown, New Jersey in, quote, the Spanish-speaking areas. It was during this time in Morristown, New Jersey, that Chad has recorded his first spiritual visions of Jesus Christ.
And I felt I needed to pray and get a confirmation that I was really doing the right thing, giving up college for a couple of years. And so I went into our bathroom instead of prayer. And I did see, I believe absolutely, that I saw a vision of Jesus Christ and our Heavenly Father as they appear. They looked a little different than the paintings that we see, but I knew it was them, and they were comforting me and gave me encouragement to move forward.
Old friends of Chad fondly remember Chad as having an awesome mission and believing great things would come from him.
I had a great mission. I just felt like his was extraordinary and like it was one that we all admire.
During the time that Chad attended BYU and after he graduated, he worked as a sexton, a job he would come back to later in life, and by all accounts, a job he enjoyed very much. It's during this time in his work as a sexton that Chad Daybell met a beautiful woman named Tammy Douglas. Tammy was by all accounts a perfect LDS wife. Throughout her 25-year marriage to Chad, he would claim to have more visions and often used them as justification for making major decisions for the entire family. From moving from Utah to Idaho to starting his own book company, Tammy was a hard worker and she was just along for the ride. Wherever Chad's visions led them was where she would have to go. While Tammy would work hard, editing Chad's books and promoting the company, Chad would engage in speaking events, meeting would-be followers, and ingratiating himself with them by telling his stories of the end times and his visions beyond the veil.
Imagine what you would do if you had a God speak to you. You would start feeling a little bit empowered. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. It's like, why would you stay in this mess of reality if the next life is better? Just...
Thanks, bud. Chad loved Tammy so much that within 2 weeks of her death, he had already remarried Lori Cox. Family members back home were in for a big surprise, especially Chad's own 5 children.
It just feels like I'm in an alternate reality. I had nobody telling me that they were looking into them. I had no idea who is this woman that replaced my sister.
Her name was Lori Ryan. I was told that she was an amazing person, that he couldn't wait to introduce me.
Before leaving and going to Hawaii to marry Lori, Chad penned a eulogy to his wife Tammy of 25 years. The word love was not mentioned once.
My dad loved my mom very, very much.
Content warning, Julie Rowe spoke to Chad 3 weeks before Tammy died. Don't know who Julie Rowe is. She's a ridiculous person. I have a couple videos on her, and Chad published several books for her.
And I did ask him, Chad, do you still see Tammy dying? And he said, yes, I do.
Tammy was in charge of the finances and covers for Chad's books. Julie says Chad wanted to get out of the business, but Tammy wanted to keep going.
He basically said to me, I'm ready to get out now, and Tammy doesn't want to yet. And he's like, once she passes, like...
Okay, so 2 things. 1, Tammy was working as a librarian at the time that she died. The idea that she would have been the one that wanted to keep Chad's publishing company up and running is absurd. After more than a decade of being in business, the Spring Creek Book Company wasn't making very much money. So right there, it's a little example of Chad's manipulation. He was telling Julie it was Tammy that wanted to keep the book company going, not him. He was done. Tammy wanted to keep it going. He couldn't do it anymore. 2, what in the world, Julie? If Chad told you Tammy was gonna die and he was gonna close the book company and he was saying this like it was an event that was going to happen, why didn't anyone talk to Tammy about this? It just might have given her pause that there was something more sinister at play when she made this Facebook post 10 days before her death.
He said to me, and he was kind of in this frustrated voice, my plan can't move forward until Tammy's dead.
It's like a little common sense or like warning to Tammy might have saved her life and stopped Chad. It makes me mad. It makes me so mad.